Good afternoon. Uh, so, in this lecture, we will see the revision of Unit 1, Introduction of Wireless Channel. That is, Introduction of Wireless Channel. So, wireless communication consists of a transmission of information over a distance without the help of wire, cable, or any other form of electrical conductors. And the wireless communication is the broad term which incorporates all the procedure and form of connecting and communicating between two or more devices using a wireless signal. Sorry. Through a wireless communication technology and devices. Now there are some different features of wireless communication, like the one feature is the evolution of wireless technology. It has brought many advancements. With its effective feature, the transmitted distance can be anywhere between a few meters, for example a television's remote control, and thousands of kilometers. Also, wireless communication can be used for cellular telephony, wireless access to the internet, wireless home networking, and so on. And other examples of applications of radio wireless technology include GPS unit, garage door opener, wireless computer mice, keyboard, handset, headphone, radio receiver, satellite television, broadcast television, and cordless telephone. Now, what are the different advantages of wireless? The wireless communication involve a transfer of information. It consists of a transfer of information without any physical connection between two or more points. So, because of this absence of any physical infrastructure, the wireless communication has a certain advantages. So, this would often include collapsing a distance or space. So, wireless communication has several advantages, and the most important ones are the most important advantage is it is cost effective. Its cost effectiveness. Wired communication entails the use of connection wire. Wired communication consists of different connection wires, and in wireless network, the communication does not require elaborate a physical infrastructure. It doesn't consist of physical infrastructure or maintenance practices. So here the cost is reduced. For example, any company which provide a wireless communication service, it does not incur a lot of cost, and as a result it is able to change the cheaply with regard to its customer fees. Then the next advantage is that its flexibility. Next advantage is flexibility. So wireless communication enables people to communicate regardless of their location, and it is not necessary to be in an office or some telephone booth in order to pass and receive the messages. Then miners in the outback can rely on satellite phone. Miners in the outback can rely on the satellite phones to call their relatives and thus help improve their general welfare by keeping them in touch with the people who mean the most to them. Then the next advantage is convenience. So wireless communication device like the mobile phone are quite simple, and therefore are quite simple and therefore it allow anyone to use them wherever they may be. So there is no need to physically connect anything in order to receive or pass the message. For example, the wireless communication service can also be seen in internet technologies such as Wi-Fi, with no network cables hampering movement. We can now connect with almost anyone, anywhere, anytime. Next advantage is its speed. So improvement can also be seen in speed also, and the network connectivity or the accessibility where such improved in accuracy and speed. For example, a wireless remote can operate a system faster than a wired one. The wireless control of machine can easily stop its working if something goes wrong, whereas the direct operation can't act so fast. Then the next is the accessibility. The wireless technology helps easy accessibility as the remote areas where the ground lines can't be properly laid, and these are being easily connected to the network. Then next advantage, constant connectivity. It also ensures that people can respond to the emergencies relatively quickly. For example, wireless mobile can ensure you constant connectivity through as we move from one place to another or while we travel, whereas a wire wired landline cannot reach. So these are some of the advantages of the wireless communication. Now, what is free space propagation? The free space propagation model assumes transmit antenna and receive antenna to be located in an otherwise empty environment. Neither absorbing obstacles nor reflecting the surfaces are considered. In particular, the influence of the Earth's surface is assumed to be entirely absent. That means the free space propagation model assumes a transmit antenna and for propagation distance. So for the propagation, the distance d, which is much larger than the antenna size, and the far field of electromagnetic wave dominates all the other components. So the model that radiating antenna is a point source with a negligible physical dimension. In this case, the energy which is radiated by a omnidirectional antenna is spread over the surface of sphere, and it allows us to analyze the effect of distance on the received signal. The wireless communication system possesses several challenges for the reliable and high speed communication. If it is not respective of noise channel and other channel, but these obstacles changes with time in unforeseeable ways due to user movement. So a very important practical issue is to test and validate the ability of the smart antenna array to meet the performance requirement. For that, the channel model is needed to take into account the temporal and spatial characteristic of the radio propagation. For propagation, free space propagation model, that is LOS path, exists between the T and R transmit receiver. It may be applicable for the satellite communication or the microwave LOS link. Now here the diagram is shown. The D is the distance between the transmitter and the receiver. Now this model is a radio propagation model for predicting the path loss of cellular transmission in exterior environment, which is valid for the microwave frequency from 150 to 1500 megahertz. And this model incorporates the graphical information from the Akmara model, and it develops it further to realize the effect of diffraction, reflection and scattering which is caused by a CT structure. Additionally, this model applies a corrections for applications in suburban and a rural environment. This model takes into account the effect of diffraction, reflection and scattering which is caused by a CT structure, and the model also has a formulations for predicting a path loss in suburban and open areas. Also, the model for urban areas has the following has the parameters like frequency range, which is already given. Then transmitter height is 30 meter to 200 meter. Link distance is 1 kilometer to 20 kilometer. Mobile station height is 1 meter to 10 meter. The Akmara model is well known classical empirical model to measure the radio signal strength in built-up areas, and this model is perfect for using in the cities having a dense and tall structure. The model is an empirical formulation of the graphical path loss provided by the, and it is valued over roughly the same range. So now the standard formula for the empirical path loss in dB in urban area under the Ukmera-Hath model is PL in dB equal to A plus B log of D. Now what is D? D is the distance in kilometer. What is A? A is fixed loss, depends on the frequency F. A is what? It is a fixed loss which depends on a frequency f. Now as the model is used for the frequency range 150 to 1500 MHz to predict the median path loss for the distance d from transmitter to receiver up to 20 km, and transmitter antenna height is considered 30 meter to 200 meter, and receiver antenna height is 1 meter to 10 meter to predict the path loss in frequency range 1500 MHz to 2000 MHz. This model is initiated as an extension of Earth model to extend this model for the personal communication system applications operating at 1800 to 2000 MHz. The European Cooperative for the Scientific and Technical Research came up with the COS 231 model, and this model is derived from model depends upon 4 parameters for the prediction of propagation loss, and these 4 parameters are frequency, height of received antenna, height of base station, and distance between the base station and the received antenna. It is used to calculate the path loss in 3 different environments like urban, suburban and rural, and this model provide a simple and easy way to calculate the path loss. Although the working frequency range 3.5 GHz is outside of its measurement range, its simplicity and correction factors still allow to predict the path loss in this higher frequency range. This model is basically a set of equations which is based on the measurement and extrapolations from the curves which is derived by Ukmera. This Hath model presented the urban area propagation loss as a standard formula along with additional correction factor for application in other situations such as suburban and rural. Only 4 parameters are required in Hath model. Hence the computation time is very short, and this is advantage of this model. However, the model neglect the terrain profile between the transmitter and receiver, that is hills or other obstacles between the transmitter and receiver are not considered, and this is because both this model made the assumption that the transmitter would normally be located on the hills. So figure 1, this is the scenario for the Hath model. Now path loss is the reduction in power of electromagnetic wave. What is path loss? Path loss means what? It is the reduction in power of an electromagnetic wave as it propagates through a space. So it is a major component in analysis and design of a link budget of communication system. It depends on the frequency, it depends on the antenna height, also a receive terminal location which is relative to the obstacle, and a reflector and a link distance among many other factors. So macro cells are generally large, providing a coverage range in kilometer, and it is used for outdoor communication. So several empirical path loss models have been determined for macro cell. Among numerous propagation model, the most significant ones providing the foundation of the mobile communication services, the path loss empirical models are Okumura, COS 231 and ECC 33. Now these prediction models are based on extensive experimental data and statistical analysis which enable us to compute the received signal level in a given propagation medium. So these prediction models are based on extensive experimental data and statistical analysis which enable us to compute the received signal level in a given propagation medium. The usage and the accuracy of this prediction model depends on the propagation environment. So we can analyze three different models which we have proposed by the up to the frequency up to the 3 gigahertz. Now the received signal strength in mobile communication. The received signal strength in the signal strength is a strength which is used to measure the power between the received radio signal. For each base station there is a threshold power point below which connection break with active base station. Therefore, the signal strength must be greater than the threshold point to maintain the connection with active base station, and the signal gets weaker as the mobile moves far away from active base station and gets stronger signal towards a new base station as it moves closer. So there is an option which is named handoff. If RSS of active base station decreases below threshold level to maintain the connection. The path loss is an important factor in handoff. The RSS can be calculated with a different path loss model like Okumura. Now the received signal strength for this model can be calculated as PR equal to PT plus GT plus GR minus PL minus A. Now what is PR? It is a received signal strength in dBm. PT is transmitted power in dBm, GT is transmitted antenna gain in dBm, GR is received antenna gain in dBm, PL is the total path loss in dBm, and A is the connector and cable loss in dBm. So channel estimation is also an important technique which is especially in mobile wireless network system, where the wireless channel changes over a time. Usually it is caused by a transmitter or receiver in motion at vehicular speed. The mobile wireless communication is adversely affected by the multipath interference resulting from the reflection from the surrounding, such as hills, building and other obstacles. So in order to provide reliability and high data rate at the receiver, the system needs an accurate estimate of the time varying channel. Furthermore, mobile wireless systems are one of the main technology which is used to provide a service such as a data communication, voice and video with quality of service for both mobile user and nomadic. Uh, The knowledge of the impulse response of mobile wireless propagation channel in estimator is an in acquiring important information for testing, designing, or planning the wireless communication system. Now the channel estimator is shown in this diagram, which consists of source, then channel encoder modulator, multipath channel, where the output of multipath channel is transferred to the next block where the noise is also added. So this is reverse part, then receiver filter, then detector, channel channel estimator. Output of channel estimator is given to the detector, and finally channel decoder.